Hello everyone and welcome back to my tutorial, and today we're gonna talk about D5 render. Actually D5 render I'm looking already like from the 2020, but right now I think this is a time when I should use it, I should try it. Here is my scene in D5 render. I already did some scene, simple one. I exported it from my Revit, as you can see, file, and we're gonna talk today about D5 render. By the way, right now the D5 render have a really huge update 2.0, and that's why it was interesting for me, and we are switching today to the D5 render. This is small overview. If you will interested in this topic, we will look more close to the D5 render, and I will try to explain everything about this program. If you are ready for this tutorial, let's get started. First of all, I will say again, this is just first overview of D5 render. D5 render, as all the programs like the Enscape, Lumion, Twinmotion, have their own add-in, own plugin to export your geometry. Here is my scene. Let's first export our scene to the D5 render, and let's see what we have for which settings we have in D5 render. Let's go to the settings, and what you can see here. The first thing I wanna mention, we can select our own categories which is wanna export. Yeah, this is pretty cool because sometimes you need to export, for example, your topography or Revit links or something else. It can be useful. Smoothing, we already know that, so you can saw it like in Lumion, the same thing. Yeah, it's working pretty nice, but the most thing what I like, this is group materials by assets. So if you have the same materials, for example, in everywhere, for example, this one, we have it here, 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 it will be grouping by like one material. Somehow it can be useful because, for example, if you are using the same type of the material glasses everywhere, you will change it everywhere. And the survey point, but survey point is like optional one, because if you are exporting from the Revit, let's say you are already placing all the models in the right place. Okay, here I not will change anything. I will save all these settings as it is, and I will just save it. Let's save my settings, and let's export our presets. Let's export it and let's save it. So it's done, as you can see, and let's go back now to the D5 render. I will close this scene, we will create the new one, file from the camera, we will go back, and we will back to the welcome. I will save this scene, and now it's here, welcome page. Let's create a new project. As you can see here, it's not just loading something, we can create the new project. I'm creating right now new project. And now here is our imported file. Let's import our file which we did. I will go to the file, import, and here is our test number 1. Let's load it inside. Why it's nothing? Because our test scene importing here as model, so we should place our model. So I will place the model, just right click, and let's click on the place. It's, as you can see, it's easy, and here's our model. Let's place anywhere. You can just here use for example, some coordinates location like 0, 0, and it will be exactly on the 0, enter, and let's see what we get. And here is my model, as you can see. Before we will start to do something, if you are holding the right click on your mouse, you have something like orbiting around your model. If you are holding the shift, you are just using the pen. So you can change this mode here to the fly mode, changing to the fly, and now you can manipulate with the arrow key like in a game, just using WASD, and you are now navigating like in game. Let's talk more about the view and manipulating in the viewport. So what we have also in viewport to the manipulating with the view. Actually, you can see this is a camera. Let's click on the camera, and here the after exposure. So this the thing you can manipulate with your exposure. I will leave it on the after mode. And the nicest thing, you have like your field, your view, you can change it like fish eye or the macro one, up to you. And the clip art, this is I really like. For example, if you doing your view with the really for example like this, you can manipulate with the cutting your view. This is a really nice thing. Let me, I will change it to the 45. This is more preferred for me, and here it will be 0. I don't need cut anything. So I will go back, and also in the camera you have of course depth of field, but I know I think you already know what is the depth of field with the set focus. So here is the nothing new, and of course the perspective view and the 2-point view, so you can easily change it. And one of the nicest thing for the architects, you have the top view just by one click, you have front view, back view, right view, anything what you want. And top view is really awesome. Let's go back to the perspective. So this is it actually about the views. Let's go to the display. In display mode you have of course the wireframe mode, you have here the clay view without any texture, and here is the real time. You can change it, render it in real time. I will change it back to my lit view and the preview height quality. And here now we will talk just a bit about the quality of rendering in D5 render. Most nicest thing in D5 render, what I really like, this is able to use NVIDIA DLSS, as you can see it here. I not will explain what is that DLSS, I will tell you just in few words. It makes your render really fast without losing the quality. If you wanna know more about DLSS, just type in the Google NVIDIA DLSS and you will see. If you are playing the games, you already know what is that. Let's talk first about the assets. So where is that? You will find it here, assets. Let's use the browse the assets, and you will find it's already, as you can see, the model. We will start from the model. D5 render have own library with the pretty big library with the models like naturals. Here what is that? Characters, cars, furniture, lamps, office, everything what you want. You will find here. By default, it's not loaded. You should load it. So this is really, for example, you want this palm, you should click here, just wait few seconds. It's only up to your internet connection. Once it's will done, you don't need to download it again. Once you will did it, done. But you should remember, you should download it. So if you are working the offline, it's kind of can be some problem. But I think nowadays everyone working with the online, with the internet anyway. So if you wanna place this, for example, trees palm on your site, you just click on this model and place it. That's it. And as you can see, this model, let's close asset. This model has own the settings. You also can rotation, location. Also you can scale it. You can rotate it here, for example, as you want. For example, I will place it here, and I wanna scale it down. For example, how I can do that? I can do it here, or I can go here. Open up and you will find here the scale. Let's use the scale and let's scale it. As you can see, it's really easily to scale. Now it's scaling all the direction by the same size. If you will uncheck this thing, now it not will be scaling in different size. Can be useful because not all the programs giving you these things to manipulate with the models. Well, let's go back to the assets. As you can see, here's all the naturals. Okay, we understand the road stuff. Here you will find like lamps, bus shelter or something like that. Here also under the assets you will find the materials. And the materials, it's most sweetest thing in the D5 render, because you're not just getting the materials, you are getting presets with the materials. For example, here, I will go to the wall. Here the paint, and I already have this, for example, white raw wall, and I will apply this on this building. I already applied. Done. As you can see, I already applied. Right click, and let's see what is that. Here I already applied the material. I will use this pick material. Let's pick it, and as you can see, I get here diffuse map, I get normal map, specular, and roughness. You can easily here change this material. For example, you can even change the normal map. You have the base material, and after that change it for your own one. This is a pretty nice thing for those who working, for example, with the Corona render, who working with the V-Ray. It's all these things giving you really more independence when you wanna get result, not just presets. you here can change it as you want. This is really a lot of the things here about the materials, and I think you should touch it and check it by your own, and you will find it a lot of the things here. I will go back to the assets. As you understand, all this library, you can increase this library by your own material. You just using the base material and changing. And also you have some particle. I don't using actually anywhere the particles, but if you want, you can find it also. For example, like a fire, smoke, or here like a fountain, right? Yeah, here's the fountain and the flame. So here a lot of the different animation. If you want, you can use. For example, let's try to use this smoke. I will download it right now, and let's place it somewhere. I will place it somewhere here. I will close it, and as you can see, here is the smoke. Yeah, really useful. You can rotate it, of course, place it anywhere you want. Okay, so we finished talk about the assets. As I said, this is first overview, and that's why I'm rushing, like I'm showing you everything in D5 render. And the next tutorials we will try to talk more about all these things. So we finished talk about the assets, but you should have the question. So for example, you have a lot of territory, for example territory here, and you wanna place the grass here. We will go here, we will go to the models of, let's find here the grass, here is the grass. Actually, we can manually place it like one by one, but it's not useful, you know that. So how we can, for example, place it here much better way. Here you will find another tool, it's called like Draw Vegetation. If you will go here, you will find here the brush mode, scatter. I think who working with the V-Ray and with the Corona, they know what is that scatter. And here the pathway. Let's start from the brush. I will use the brush, and as you can see, here you can use some assets. For example, I'm using from this grass and this grass, as you can see, and here's my brush. I can change, I will place it here, you cannot see it, but it's on the left screen, and I will increase, where's my effects, it's here the brush, as you can see, radius, and density it's how many you will place it. Let's place it somewhere here, because here much bigger territory, and as you can see, this is with density 0.1, this is with density minus 0.1, and here is different, and here for example with the 0.6, totally different, right? Here is for example with the different size, like this, and as you can see here is different size. Random size we can use. So as you can see, it's really simple to place it, and we are placing only two different these assets. Okay, let's go for example for this territory. Now for example here we can now use the pathway. Pathway just place one way and the second way, and right click or escape. After that you can manipulate with that, just select it, and here you have some settings too. Where is that? Give me a second, select, and it's here actually. It's here on the right screen. Numbers of your items, direction, you can rotate it, random direction, random spacing, and a lot of different things. And of course on the ground, so it means if your ground not just straight, it will be placed on the ground without any big problem. And of course you can here edit your pathway. If you will click edit, if you will place one point here for example, or another point will place it here, for example I will place it like this, it's changing the way. Pretty nice. You know these things from the Lumen, and we don't have it, so I didn't find it actually in Enscape, but in Lumen we have it. And nice thing, we have it also in D5 render, so because this is really useful. Nice guys, it's really, I like it. So what else we have with the vegetation? This is a scatter. Let's go to the vegetation, scatter, and now you just need to select your material, this one. And now all the material by this material will have this is models, as you can see. Don't be scary, here our models have, as you can see, our program it's automatically cutting the view, but here we have still our models, as you can see, and we get our field full of grass. and really nice working. But you should be careful with the material, because sometimes some material going inside the building, and you should be careful with the scatter when you're working with the scatter. So now you can see really nice things we have with the grass, but we have it also for the pathway tool too. As you can see, here is the characters. Let's start from the characters. Let's select the characters, and now D5 asking us which character we want to use. Let's say we want to use this as a casual man, why not? Let's download it, and we want to use, for example, this one man, why not? These two men. And as you can see, it's downloading really long time, because here is running, this is much better animation, and let's use it too. Now I will draw the pathway here, escape. I will close this view, and as you can see, this man walking on this way. Oh, why it didn't select it? I wanted this man too. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. As you can see, two mans here. We can change the width of our way. Of course, we can make it on the ground, and we can change, of course, direction, as you can see. Here we cannot make double direction, we can do it only with cars. And as you can see, here is density. For example, we want to much more the people here. Okay, so let's see how it's working with the cars. I will place I need first choose the car. Which car I already have? I will check. Some cars I already have. This car I already have. And let's download this car. The car really creating really nice. When you are rendering this car, it's not looks like it's some toy figure or something like that. Let's select this car, and let's place one point here and another point here. I will close it, escape, and I will use this way. I will change direction like this. Let's select now this pathway, and what we can do that. As you can see here, we can choose the models. I didn't choose the second model again. Now we have the two models. So what after that, we have like single road, we have dual road. As you can see, we have the again width of our pathway, and we have like different direction. It's a matter for the England or for the other European country. And as you can see, the speed. And again, we have the on the road. Pretty nice, it's working. I really like it. Different cars, as you can see. Now it's different cars, as you can see. Really nice. You can change it, for example, the road. You can make it really the highway, as you can see, or just dual road. So I really like it. And as you can see here, we have the edit again. We can edit our way. For example, I can place somewhere here, and the cars will go there. Really nice. Also, the same thing we have in Lumen, and nice to see it here. It's really good practice when you getting some nice thing in your program. Let's try render it. So as I say, this is fast overview. I'm trying to doing this really fast. I will place my camera like this. I will make some settings of my camera. For example, I will make it like that. For example, I will do more closely like that, for example. And now I want to save my scene. How I can do that? Here, just create the new scene. So now if you will change, for example, your camera, you change your, for example, the focus of your camera, and if you will double click on this scene, it's automatically will changing on by your settings. If you wanna update it, I wanna make it 2-point view, for example, like this, and I wanna make it a bit like that. You just can click here, update, and you don't need to create the new scene. Done. Now let's switch to the camera mode. Here, camera mode, and here what you have. Let's start from the you wanna get the image, you wanna get ratio. I like it when it's 16:9, and you wanna get preset size. It will be 2K. I don't wanna get like 4K right now. And who working with the V-Ray or, for example, even in Lumen knows what is the channels. So here it's able using the channels tool. And after that, just click to the render. Or you can apply some effects here, but as I say, this is fast overview, and just click on the render. I will say this will be 12, and let's render it. So here we are, it's already done. Let's close it and I will open up our render file. Here's our rendered, and as you can see, here's our render. This is in 2K resolution, and as you can see, the 2K it's really nice. So what I wanna say, like overall, D5 render, it's for me it's really nice solution. It's something between Enscape and Lumen. It's not, that's why I cannot compare one program and another program, because it's on the middle. So if you like it, just let me know, because this is video overview, just also for more overview about D5 render or not. Should I use it in my videos or not? Just let me know, just guys, below the video. It will be nice for me. So for this overview it's finished. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in next videos.